Hello students, today's session starts with Unit 3 concepts. This one Unit 3 syllabus. So actually data structures concept starts from Unit 3. Here we discuss data structures, type of data structures, and then two important data structures, stack and queues. In both data structures we will discuss its definition, representations, supporting operations, and finally applications. So the first one, what is meant by data structure? For this, there are different types of definitions are available, like logical or mathematical model of a particular organization of data is called a data structure. Now remember this one, logical or mathematical model of a particular organization of data is called data structure. Here organization of data refers to the way of arrangement. Here the data is arranged logically and with a mathematical model. Now this one more definition. The class of data that can be characterized by its organization is known as a data structure. So here also it mainly focuses on the way of arranging the data. So when we observe all these definitions, the data structure mainly focuses on how the data is arranged. Okay? Now, based on the way of arranging the data, data structures are classified into two types, like linear data structures and non-linear data structures. First one, linear data structures. So when a data structure is said to be linear, now this one, a data structure is said to be linear if its elements are arranged in a sequence. That means in linear fashion. So in linear data structure, elements are arranged in linear fashion. Here there is a relationship between the adjacent elements of the list. The supporting examples: arrays, which is a linear data structure, stack, queues, linked list, etc. So all these data structures are linear data structures. The second one, non-linear data structures. So in non-linear data structure, elements are arranged without any sequence. That means they doesn't follow any order. They are arranged in non-linear fashion. So in non-linear data structure, there is no relationship between the adjacent elements of the list. For this, the supporting examples are trees, graphs, sets, tables, etc. So these are all non-linear data structures. Okay? So in linear data structures, elements are arranged in linear fashion, whereas in non-linear data structure, elements are arranged in non-linear fashion. Okay? Now what are the application areas of data structures? Now data structures are used in different application areas like compiler design, operating system, numerical analysis, computer graphics, artificial intelligence, simulation, etc. So these are different areas where the data structures are extensively used. Okay? Now we go for one more definition, abstract data type, which is simply referred as ADT. So ADT stands for abstract data type. Now ADT means it is a specification that describes type of the values and operations that can be performed on the particular values. So when we observe this definition, data members and operations both are collectively referred as abstract data type. But here one important point, when we are defining an ADT, it's just a specification. That means it's only an outer loop. It does not consist any implementation part. This one important one. It's just a specification without any details of implementation part. Okay. Now these are supporting examples. An array, it can be defined as ADT, the same format, stack ADT, queue ADT, etc. So in all these data structure concepts, it is possible to place data members and operations. Hence, these can be represented in terms of an ADT. Now, first data structure, arrays. Now you are all familiar with arrays concept. Now this concept already discussed in unit 1. Now what is meant by array? Array means it is a collection of homogeneous data elements. Those are stored in successive memory locations. The homogeneous means same type of elements or similar type of elements. So same type of elements stored in successive memory locations is referred as an array. Now based on the number of subscripts used with the array, now arrays are classified into different types like single or one-dimensional arrays, double or two-dimensional arrays, and multi-dimensional arrays. So here single dimensional array uses only one subscript. Double dimensional arrays uses two subscripts, whereas multi-dimensional arrays uses more than two subscripts. Okay? Then how to define an array ADT? Now observe this one, ADT array. So when we are defining an abstract data type, it consists data members and operations. So here data members. So what type of data values are placed in the array? So collection of same type of elements are stored in successive memory locations. Then what type of operations are possible? Now these are different types of operations like insertion, deletion, display. Here insertion of, now it requires two data elements, one as item and another one as POS. Now this operation refers to the process of inserting a new element item into the array at the specified position POS. Deletion of POS, it accepts only one argument as position. Now this operation refers to the process of deleting an element from the array at the specified position POS. Now display, now this operation refers to the process of printing elements of the array. So these are different types of operations that can be applied on array data structure. Now you are all familiar with these operations. Now, what are the application areas of arrays? Now, arrays are used in different application areas where the application requires same type of elements for its processing, like student roll numbers, names, marks, etc. Okay, student average marks. In all these cases, we use arrays concept. Here one more application. So arrays concept is very useful to represent the given data elements in terms of matrices. Here we use two-dimensional formats. Now, what are the disadvantages of arrays? Now, when we observe disadvantages, now array concept is generally, it is a static memory allocation format. So when it refers to static allocation, the size of the array must be defined at the time of its declaration. So once the size is defined, the memory size cannot be expanded at runtime, so that it leads to space complexity problems. So arrays concept is useful to apply only on limited number of elements, since the size of the array is fixed at the time of its declaration. And then insertion and deletion operations are applied, it leads to time complexity problems. Why? Because when we observe insertion and deletion operations, in addition to the specific operation, we need to shift the elements towards the left hand side and right hand side. That means some extra operations are required, hence it is a time consuming process. Okay? So far, array is not a suitable data structure. Hence, we go for another type of data structure called stack data structure. Okay?